What you're looking at is two Brahma roosters. They're just about as big as a turkey. Matter of fact, they're so big we had to separate them from our hens because they're mating with them and they're tearing their backs all up. So we had to put them in a different pen, and they can associate near them, but they can't get to them. They can't fly over that fence because we clipped their wings. And then over here is all the hens, and there's only one rooster with them, and it's that little guy right there, and he's real gentle. We've got thunderstorms predicted this morning, and you can see that sky's getting dark. I'm facing towards the south, and that wind is just raging down through here. It's been doing it for 3 days, and we're supposed to get thunderstorms today. And I'm just out here letting the chickens out and kind of showing you how morning is out here on the homestead. There's that rooster. He's a pretty thing. He's real gentle. We let him stay in there with the girls, so he's got them all to himself. So that just goes to prove, if you're a gentleman, you get the girls. And if you're a rough guy, you get another rough guy, and that's what they get. I may let them in later on after spring's over, but I don't know. They're pretty tough. I've never seen a chicken that gets so tore up as some of the hens that they got to. They just tore the feathers right off their backs. Going to let these two out and put them out in the pasture. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, you two. Survivor. Come on. Survivor. Come on. My wife comes out here and grabs them, and they just follow her right out like a couple of babies. Of course, they're ignoring me this morning. Maybe I'll have to get some grain. That's probably the secret. Goats like to climb on things. I've seen them climb right up on top of a truck. I've seen them climb up on top of a building. Look, she's going up on that pile of wood. Come on. There they go, see? The old magic grain. Give them a little sweet feed. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. They get pretty excited when they hear the grain. Come on. There we go. Get out of the way. Now we'll come back in the evening and we put them back in that barn. But they have all this to eat on all day. I've got it surrounded by an electric fence, 5 strands, except for this little area here is just goat wire. But we can close them in here if we need to mow the field or something, fix the fence. That fence goes back into those woods there, so that gives them a little browse to eat other than just grass. That's Suzuki. She's our female. And that's our sort of buck. That's Survivor. Here's the sawmill. I cut that big old beam yesterday out of an oak tree. I'll have to pick it up with the tractor. It's so heavy I can't pick it up. I got to make a second one. And I'm going to use those underneath the sawmill to raise it up another 6 inches because I'm getting too old to bend over. But it's a beautiful piece of wood. Almost hate to put it under the sawmill, but white oak holds up in the weather real good, and it's very strong. It's almost as good as pressure treated when it comes to exposure to the weather. Place is kind of a ramshackle mess, but we get her done. I can really hear that wind raging. I don't know if you can. I'm standing in the sawmill right now, so it's not hitting us. There's old Diesel. He's my Great Pyrenees, and he guards the property, and there's nothing that comes around here that he don't know about. But he just seems to know how to protect property, almost like he knows where our boundaries are. It's kind of weird. Anyway, it's the morning. I made a video yesterday about war on the horizons and stuff, and it was kind of a depressing video to me. So I thought I'd put you something a little more cheery. Trees are just starting to get their buds on them. I don't know if you can see the peach tree back there behind the pool. I'm hoping that latest cold spell we had didn't hurt it. I covered it up, but the wind blew the sheet off of it, so I'm not sure if we're going to have peaches this year or not. Getting the garden ready, and probably start planting things. We've already put in potatoes. And I've got tomatoes and peppers coming on in the house under a grow light. But we haven't planted yet. It's still a little cool. We could easily get a killing frost yet. Spring seems to be coming in kind of slow. That's the garden right there. You can just see a few cabbage plants that I got in. And we did plant 2 rows of potatoes on the left side of those. There's that peach tree I was talking about. That's my holding swimming pool. I run the water off of the barn there, and when it rains it fills this pool up. As you can see, it's to its capacity. It's a little crooked. I didn't quite get it in there level years ago, but I've had that set up for over 10 years, and it's done its job. There's about 5,000 gallons of water in it, and we use it to water that garden. Saves us from using the rural water that we have here. It's very expensive. You can't afford to hardly use the darn stuff. So the only place we use it is in the house, and even that sparingly. We have catch basins all over the farm. But there's my peach tree. Got a little strawberry patch here for my grandson. I put fencing around it because one day the goats got out and they ate them. I couldn't believe it. They cleaned it all out. So they're starting to come back. And he loves raw strawberry or fresh strawberries. So I built that for him. Got to clean things up. Get the tomatoes are going to go in along that fence line there. I use that for support. So we're kind of getting ready. And anyway, that's it for today. I just thought I'd show you some of the things before this storm came in. The sky's not quite as dark as it was earlier. But we appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Barky Rick out. God bless.